Hey, what up ladies and gents, it's your favorite Asian robot right here, and today we are back to work. Of course, I'm still worried about my mom's situation, but my contribution to the family is working and making money, so I better go do that. Alright, let's get rolling. Time to get my work done. So, what we're going to be doing today is we're actually going to be checking out a new build. Oh yes indeed, Samir. Make sure that you're the first to like the stream as well, yeah? I hope to see all of you liking the stream as much as possible. Today we are going to check out a new build for the trauma staff that was actually done by my pal Yabs. Now this build seems very interesting. You literally do nothing but use the trauma staff, so we're gonna check that out. Hello Paxi, Chris Allen, what's up? Yeah, I guess you could say it's a little early. Like I said, for now, all I want to do is make sure I work as much as possible. My dad's gonna take my mom for treatment, and that is gonna be my focus. Not really, to be honest, Chris. What we're seeing right now is that she's got this flare-up of this allergy, but the doctors themselves don't know what's going on. So she's going for a blood test today. My dad's going to take her for a blood test. I am going to work and try to, just keep that income rolling so we can get her treated. Because the doctors themselves don't know what the hell's wrong. Like, to me, it seems like an allergy reaction. So we're just gonna see what the results of the blood test are. So unfortunately, we went yesterday to the hospital. Doctor's responses, they don't know. They know nothing, like Jon Snow. So I'm gonna try not to scold the medical system too much, although I really feel like it.
What do you need?
And I think that they're absolutely dumb, but whatever. Like, all these people, all these fucking people, they pay so much to get a medical degree, and all they do is screw the rest of us normal folk over because apparently, they learn nothing. They learn nothing that was useful. That's okay, Sylvan. Either way, I'm gonna have to work, so I better frickin' work, right? Did you see the community post, Vikram? Yeah, if you didn't, usually my updates and stuff will be either in the YouTube community post and on Twitter. Basically, my mom's ill, so I'm just trying to work as much as I can right now. Yep, pretty much. But thank you, Sylvan. Hopefully, things will go better. Like I said, the doctors couldn't give us an answer, so fuck them. But in the meantime, we'll just do what we can. And on my end, what I'm supposed to do is just work. So I will work. Thank you for your well wishes, appreciate that. Okay, let's hop straight into Damnation. Hey, Ultra Grim. And nothing much up. Testing a new build by Yabs, just checking out, see what it does. See whether it can roll properly. And to be honest, your guess was right, Paxi. It does contain Brain Burst, but you never use Brain Burst at all. I mean, honestly, Paxi, I just wish that they'd known what's wrong, and I mean, we're paying for a consultation, you're paying for a diagnosis. They tell us we don't know. How can you be a doctor and you tell me you don't know? Like, yo. Sounds like you didn't do your medical degree. It's like these people buy their licenses or something? I don't know. I'm starting to lose faith in the medical system. Happens, Ultra Grim. Just pray to RNG. Also, don't forget to like the stream, guys. The more y'all like the stream, the better. Projections indicate shutdown will be avoided. Okay, all my tweeting and the usual's done. Let's go. Brain Rupture isn't good anyway, but you don't use it. That's the whole point. Like I said, you'll see what I'm talking about. I did a loose test yesterday, although I only played like one round yesterday, but I'm very interested in seeing how this works. Low intensity shock trooper.
too tired. All you do is complain.
Hey BVS, what's up?
Too bad.
Like I said, we will judge this build as we go.
Can be opened if you have the wit to find.
Thank you, Ilama. Appreciate that. It's all good. Anyway, don't prejudge the build based on what's in it. Remember, intelligence means observing things with your eyeballs and doing actual field testing. Sometimes when we prejudge based on misconceptions, we don't get the full picture.
I sensed a new subscriber.
Welcome, new subscriber.
Spend every moment in such a place.
There's a house nearby! Continue this way!
Don't leave the squad.
This is a one-way route!
Scared shotgunner.
Such lovely explosions.
I do not tarry, varlets. Proceed to production line AF-135K.
Flavor! Offensive protocols applied! He's dead! Agreed! The mutiny is neutralized! Away from that bastard!
Switch here. This shall be in a hurry.
I wouldn't say it's pure support either. Let's just say it's a very interesting build.
Medic station. All of it.
Yeah, sure. I mean, Columnus works with Infiltrate because if you've seen Action Johnny's channel, the Action Window, you'll actually see him use the Columnus, and I think it's one of the featured videos as well on the launcher, Reaper, with the Columnus Mark V, raking fire from the backline. It does work on Infiltrate. I just prefer other things. I'm gonna be working on a different Infiltrate build this coming few days as well. Like I said, for me, what suits you guys might not suit me, because the builds that I make are generally like, what I try to do with my builds is that I only play what's the most efficient anyway, because that's my mentality. So, you know, although some people like some other stuff, right, I always only bring along whatever I know works at the highest possible level. So that's why, like, my Infiltrate build will be different for other stuff, like, and also I find certain things harder to do, like getting into position behind, but if you do like it, don't think it's wrong. There's a lot of different ways you can play this game, and all of them are valid, so yeah, go for it. If you find that you like the Columnus 5, go for it. It's not a bad gun. Having tested it myself, it's not a bad gun. It's just that, like, for me, like, sometimes even like the 0.1 second inefficiency will be too much for me. Just because I'm just like that as a person. It has to be like absolutely perfect, you know? For me. But for other people, it doesn't have to be. And I think that that's okay. I think that that's a good thing. Oh, shh.
The sniper is gone! Shielder! Take shelter!
Hostile. Break shotgunner. It is dead, but a horde. Break shotgunner.
Yeah, basically it must be easy to use as well. That's very important for me. Because some builds, like, they're cool, but they require too much technical stuff. So, like, for me, I go for whatever is, you know, putting it a little roughly. I go for whatever is, you know, practically brain dead. Like zero thought necessary.
Wallet existence is over! The enemies hold up! I'll assist you, fanatic.
Do you not see me here?
Shotgunner! Aegis protocol engaged! Hostile shotgunner! This how it ends!
The time for healing is at hand. I'll pick you up, right?
I know you. Pump faster! Tox flame are eliminated!
Hey, Boog. Yeah, they are lagging behind, unfortunately. Hey, Keezer. Well, actually, BVS, since you're in the Discord, this is the one that Yabs posted yesterday. I'm just checking it out. I mean, if you find it more efficient than the Vlad, then that's perfectly fine, man. Like I said, for me, I find the Vlad more efficient, but that's because, although it's less ammo efficient, I like that it gives me a little bit of range capabilities. But then again, that's why I want to test the shotgun now. For trauma staff, to be honest, it depends on what you're trying to build. For me, I generally go for Maniac. Maniac is actually the ideal. You can also go for flak armor, but realistically, Maniac is the most helpful. Carapace is not as necessary because you won't really hit a breakpoint with it. So I tend to go for Maniac.
We all bleed for the same emperor, fanatic.
We don't really need flak too much.
This is biggest and best. Coming through. Battle's going to explode. Are we there?
Agreed! Mutiny! Most gracious children, it's gone! Switch close by! Ranger!
Here I come.
Ranger neutralized! The Ranger is dead!
I will catch you.
Ranger confirmed! It's dead now! Ranger! Finally, justice for its victims!
For Atoma.
You see bad reviews on Steam, possibly because people are upset that they can't have their cake and eat it at the same time. A lot of people just aren't happy that this game is doing well. Some people aren't happy with certain things about this game. For example, the fact that it's regular Imperial Guardsmen and not Space Marines. You know, many people have a big hard-on for Space Marines, even though they don't have to be in every single fucking game. See what I'm saying? So yeah, but however, I do have to let you know that there are some things about this game that are problematic. Number one, the optimization of this game is pretty bad actually. So it does have some problems. Like I actually have to, although I've got a really beast of a machine, I actually have to play on low settings. What you're seeing is actually low settings, which is the only thing that's annoying me right now. I'm waiting for the next hotfix to drop, because performance sometimes when they update, their performance drops so badly that like we have to literally redo the whole thing. So yeah, this is the only thing that I think people don't like, the fact that it's unstable. So they go to Steam to review bomb. But there will be some negative reviews, like it's very normal, especially after a hotfix and a patch. There are also some bugs that haven't been fixed yet, but overall the game is fun. Like, honest to God, it's a great time. I thoroughly enjoy it. I think it's a great game. But one thing that you have to understand is that depending on how you play, well, actually I shouldn't say depending on how you play, no matter how you play, sticking with your team is very important, and unfortunately a lot of people don't do that in this game. It's a very teamwork focused game, and failing teamwork is the #1 reason why you're gonna have a bad time with this game. Unfortunately, a lot of people have hero syndrome as well. They think that, oh, I can do whatever I want and be whoever I want. You can't do that in this game. Work together. Everybody does their job. Everybody fights together. Don't try and do stupid shit.
There is no forgetting us.
Prepare for multiple hostiles!
Juggler!
I commend your work, Simi. Agreed!
Truly, you are an agent of death. Look out! Exploding Baron!
Actually, the recent round of cosmetics, I'm pretty sure they're the old ones that they just rotated back in store. They haven't dropped any new ones yet. So the only, like, this was one of the patches that was only good for Zealot because we got the Paladin armor, but other than that, yeah. But crashing issue, I don't really have it. Some people do, some people don't. I never crash, but I do have performance issues, and that's the only annoying thing. But then again, maybe it's because I've got a beast of a machine, like I said.
Impressive, brute!
Can you not even manage a simple task? Try again.
As you can see, no one's crashed during this match, so it's quite fine.
I concur! The hound is slain!
Darktide's treating me okay. I really can't complain too much.
Completion imminent.
Neutralize! Weaving Bastion! Sniper!
What's this?
Console depends on your console. The Series S apparently has like terrible performance. Series X is okay. So yeah. Again, depends on your console. If you want to play with me, you have to be a honored member at minimum or a prestige member is best. But I'm so sorry, I only play with people who are channel supporters. Hope you can understand. This is because everybody wants to play with a streamer, and usually the problem is that that can create some serious issues. So just to make sure you're not a troll or things like that, we only allow our channel members and supporters to play with us. I hope you can understand. Subscribed is not enough. So a subscriber is just a regular viewer here. You have to be a channel member.
Efficient, brute!
Yep, it's for safety and for the safety of my community as well. Like I said, hope you can understand. Only those that truly support us get to join us.
An elegant headshot!
They just crouched. My prayers are answered. Holy ammunition.
I mean, you probably notice the FPS drops if they get severe enough. And quite frankly, on PC they were quite severe depending on how high you jacked up the settings. So the only way I've been able to get the constant 60 FPS with no drops, no matter how bad the situation is with low settings, which again, really is not ideal, considering my rig should be able to play this at high settings. So the very poor optimization, I think, is what is causing 95% of the player base to have issues. And that, of course, makes people very unhappy. Yep, no problem, Christian. One day, if you decide to become a true channel member, I will welcome you. Like I said, it's just safety, making sure that our people are safe, and that my channel is safe, because I rely on this for my income. It's my job, obviously, so safety is the most important. Thank you for understanding. Yeah.
Agreed.
Yeah, some is pretty much unacceptable to me, Neo Luna. I only go for 0 FPS drops. But like I said, it just depends on your graphics card and everything. Depends on how bad the recall is, but yeah. I haven't heard that, Zachary.
So many factories on Atoma.
I haven't seen it yet, BVS. I was thinking about doing it for a video today.
That Manufactorum HL 1736 is retained. All other data is restricted.
Then this shall be our sacred duty.
Yeah, the recent hotfix actually was supposed to fix console performance, but it seems to have screwed PC performance instead. Except like I said, except on low settings. I have no idea why. Playing anything above low just basically causes FPS drops in some missions. And it's only certain areas in the missions. So like most of the missions, areas, like I could play on the highest settings and it wouldn't be an issue. But, you know, when you get those small issues while streaming, it usually doesn't look good. Damn. Oh crap. Just sitting? I'll go up there then. Okay, good.
The emergency coolant.
Yeah, I'm back today, just trying to work as much as I can, Andrew. Also, welcome everybody. Don't forget to like the stream if you haven't already. It would really help me out right now. Just kidding. I'm not gonna blow up.
Very well, varlets. Now extract.
Can our work here truly be
On
done?
Damnation, not really. I don't know. But then again, I don't play on controller, so yeah. You don't have to be an MLG player, but I would say that it is important to have good reactions and be able to react fast. So I'm not quite sure what the optimization's like on controller, because I'm a strictly mouse and keyboard guy. But if you guys are having issues, please keep reporting back to Fat Shark. It's very important that they get feedback on all this kind of stuff so they know what's up, you know? The more that they know, the better. For now, she's just itchy. I actually posted the update already in Discord, but yes, she's just itchy. But the doctors don't know what's wrong. I'm pretty sure it's an allergic reaction. I'm like 95% sure. So, sending her for a blood test with Dad right now, and then after that, hopefully tomorrow we can get a reconsultation at the hospital. But yeah, they don't know what's wrong with her, so for now I'm just gonna focus on working as much as I can, try and bring in a little revenue, and that's what I'm gonna do. Oh, Sebastian, what's up? Yeah, fair enough. Like I said, any controller issues, just keep reporting it to Fat Shark, keep telling them what's up, keep telling them what's wrong. Yeah. Exactly, and I completely understand that, Neo Luna. Like, this is something that's very common when you're dealing with, like, PC ports or console ports of what should be a PC game. So it's completely understandable when there's control issues and stuff like that. Still, I hope that they optimize it further. And thank you guys so much for the likes already. It's really good to see so many likes coming in. I appreciate it sincerely. But yeah, that's just how it is, to be fair. Like, that's Darktide for you. It is a great game, but the devs keep giving us optimization issues, which I'd say is its only big problem. Perk staff. You think that this is the perk staff? You blind? Give you that Deep Rock Galactic Dwarf line. You blind? This build is not released yet. This is new. When it is finished, once the testing is finished, Mr. Sebastian, then I will release a video on it. And you can watch the video and see what I'm doing. First, my rule is that you must test. So I only test in the hardest difficulty. Of course, as much as I can, I test it with randoms to see what the results are. Only when I finish testing do I release my builds to the public. Why? Because unlike other people out there, I do not want to give you something and say, oh yeah, here's a build, and then it fails you. You see, I'm not a loser. I'm not an idiot. I'm somebody who cares about his people, which is why I only release after testing. So watch the streams for the live test, and if it's good, I'll release it as a build. Perk staff builds? And there is one. If you want a perk staff build, there's one already on my channel. It hasn't really changed, but like I said, perk staff is weaker in general. If you want to use it though, you can. But yes, the perk staff is generally not as cool right now because of the fact that Assail does everything that it does but better. So the perk staff, unfortunately, has lost a bit of its utility. Well, it's lost a bit of its original utility. Because originally the perk staff was all about that, man, I'm gonna burn out hordes. It used to be the best horde clear, but now Assail is a better horde clear. So that's why I haven't really updated the perk staff, because the original build for it is still good. It's still really good, in fact. And because it's still really good, like, we haven't really changed anything much. Unfortunately, since then, the only other build is the Brain Rupture build for, like, the Warp Charge penances and stuff. But even then, it's also not all that strong. Oh, Lord. I love high intensity. That's why your weapon has to be one shot. These guys all seem to be having trouble with hordes, which is sad. They're all veterans, but very weak. Normally, if I was the veteran player, everything would be over already. What's the ultimate Psyker build? There's no such thing as ultimate. You can choose anything. If you like Assail, use the Assail build. If you like Smite, use the Smite build. Trauma, to be honest, right, I don't find it because number one, it's a debuff staff in the first place. AoE doesn't really matter. So if you're using my debuffer build with the Assail, it's not a problem. And this other build is very interesting because I find it, this one is mostly for attempting to see, it's practically a pure staff use type build, which I'm finding really interesting at the moment. It has its own uses and its own strengths, but that's what makes it very, very uniquely nice. Did that guy really steal the Medicaid? Okay. Good luck with that. Medicaid should never be taken by a class that has more health, to be fair. The Zealot should never heal. A good Zealot never heals anyway. Didn't even know he had a Zealot, I thought it was all veterans.
Did you apply Medicaid? Your voices.
Also remember to always watch your own back.
Control just across the hangar.
Yeah, Nayred, imagine not following a build that I made. Rude. There's only one build that works. Robot builds. Okay? So remember that only I am God. You mean the Force Sword? No. Unnecessary. You don't need Horde Clear with this, to be fair. I've Horde Clear off my combat ability, but I'm just trying to use it at an opportune moment. But theoretically, right, any problems, any so-called problems with Horde Clear are only happening because everybody's spread out, see? Normally, if people play properly, they're not this spread out. But I can tell that these guys don't really do Damnation a lot. Yep. That's why Zealots, right, actually should not heal, because they should give the healing to the other teammates that need it more. It's very important that people avoid healing as much as possible and pass it to those that are squishier. Like, to be honest, the Psyker is the first priority for healing. So whenever I see somebody else heal instead of the Psyker, and assuming that the Psyker is lower, it's like, bruh, what are you doing? If you want to function without my AoE, then go ahead, man. Go ahead. Coherency is absolutely life. Coherency and knowing the rules of who gets healing, when to heal, what to do, that kind of thing. Watch the back as well. If you don't watch the back, this is what's going to happen. A lot of the time, one of the biggest issues that I see on teams is nobody watches the back constantly. You should always watch the back, see? Then what are you going to do? And if I'm looking at the back, I can't trust these guys with the front because it's hard to trust somebody with the front when like in this particular situation, right? One person in a coordinated team, one person should watch the back, everybody else watches the front. There should never be anybody that, you know, gets hit or things like that. But of course, most people are very focused on, like, I can only focus on the front. No, you don't. No, you don't. This is what separates pro skill players and noobs. Noobs never turn around. Pro skill players watch all around them 24/7. And once you realize that your team is totally noob, right, the first thing you should do is always turn around. Even if you're firing continuously in a particular direction, doesn't matter. Turn around. Check, because nobody's gonna check for you. Yep. Especially in Damnation, you do have to be very aware that, hey, people must be coordinated. If they're not gonna coordinate, it is probably unwise to play that game mode. In fact, even in Heresy, you're gonna need some level of coordination. Oh yeah. If only I had maniac damage on the staff, it'd be a lot better. I mean, nobody can trust randoms, but the fact of the matter is you have to, because theoretically, that is the best way to learn. Theoretically. This build does do a lot of monstrosity damage though, which is really nice. I like it quite a bit. You don't like running Heresy or Damnation, why not? Heresy and Damnation's great. It's the only existing game mode, bro. We only have one difficulty in this game, Damnation. But yeah, I can understand. Some players don't like it, and that's fine. You know, you should do it. You should play at a level where you have fun. I love running Damnation because it's the only thing that even challenges me. I'll fall asleep in any other difficulty. Because everything's too easy. To be fair, even as long as you got a coordinated team and, you know, everybody plays in sync and understands each other, like once you get it together, Damnation's cakewalk. Heresy is harder, yes. A lot of people feel that way because they find that the players are lacking in skill a lot more in Heresy, but they think they're good. It's like that middle ground where you think you're awesome, but you're actually not. So I do understand that. A lot of people have complained that it is more difficult than Damnation. Are we good? Can we go? There we go. Blazing Spirit? Well, that's actually what we're testing.
Heal, fanatic, if you would live.
There we go. There's flow control. The heretics have called up some kind of demons.
This guy trying to have a conversation in Damnation? Bruh. Imagine attempting to socialize. That's illegal. Remember, in the 41st millennium, there's no such thing as social interaction. There's no social media either. There's only war. And well, probably Twitter still exists. Actually, wait, no, Twitter can't exist because if Twitter existed, the God Emperor would be tweeting on the Golden Throne.
One last target. Get it done. There is no getting done.
True. X40k, right? If you can handle Heresy, like the only difference in Damnation is that enemies hit harder and, you know, they have more health, like a lot more health. But other than that, honest to God, it's not that bad. So if you find Heresy comfortable for yourself, give Damnation a try. But I mean, because most people actually find Heresy tougher than Damnation due to lacking player coordination. But honestly, it's up to you. Play the level you want to play. Like a lot of people say, oh, Asian Robot's an elitist because he considers Damnation easy, blah 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 blah. Like me, these people like literally never listen to a damn thing I say. 95% of the time, you'll hear me telling people, look, I play Damnation because I'm a creator. I have to test things at the hardest possible level so that other people can understand that, hey, you know, this is the level that we're at. This is how we do things. You know, this is how you're meant to do things. But it doesn't mean that, you know, I'm against people playing lower difficulties or stuff like that. You know, lower difficulties are suitable for players, and that's why sometimes I'll tell people you should stay at Heresy or you should stay at Malice because they're just not ready. You can tell they're just not ready for Damnation. You know, exactly. Damnation is easy. Hey, right? Just trying to do the best that I can on my show. It's pronounced zitter. Lol. Yeah, exactly. Most people can do any difficulty in this game so long as they know what they're doing. The key thing is knowing what you're doing, which you'd be surprised how many people don't do.
It's dead now.
And I guess you might also be surprised that many people think they know what they're doing, but they actually don't, and it's crazy. You know, it gets wild. They think they know. And in Asia, we call this hero syndrome, or we call it I'm so good syndrome, depending on where you go. In Korea, it's probably called I'm so good syndrome. But yeah, I'm so good syndrome is when you think you know what you're doing, you think you're a god, Gosu. But in truth, you're actually not, and you're actually being carried by either circumstances or a cheese build, stuff like that. This happens to a lot of people. Like, a lot of them will take damnation builds, build them, and then play them in heresy or malice and think they're gods, but they didn't really learn the mechanics of it. So then when they go into actual damnation, you know, damnation actual, ooh, that's when they start to realize that maybe they aren't really all up there. And then they blame their team a lot, get angry, you know. But the difference between that and an actual creator is that an actual creator would be able to point out mistakes and why they're being made. Like, to be fair, this team was a little unco at the start, but I think now the veterans have sort of figured out, okay, what does the Psyker do? And how are they coordinating with the Zealot? And they actually seem to be covering a little bit, which I'm okay with. So I'm fine with that. Yeah, that's fair enough, War Priest. Everybody fucks up. You know, even I fuck up and make mistakes occasionally. I usually tell people when I do, though. It's rarer, but I do. And I think that that's something that's really important. Everybody needs to at least own up to mistakes when they make them. You know what I'm saying?
Emperor's mercy administered.
A prestige system? Yeah, definitely. Yeah, don't worry. Hopefully, when I can, I'll release this build. Yeah, no, this game's great, dude. It's a fun game. As long as you know what you're doing. It's a really fun game. I thoroughly enjoy it. You're the big old meathead? Ah, the Ogren. Very fun character. I don't play it myself, not my playstyle, but it's very fun. A lot of people do enjoy it quite a lot.
We should stay together. This med station is of
Sylvan.
utility.
Yeah, listen, man. Listen, I respect your perfection, okay, pal? I respect that perfection. Where only rejects remember. But yeah, I'll hopefully release this build after thorough testing. We're only in regular Damnation. I mean, it's high intensity, but still regular Damnation. We'll go into Oryx after this. Start trying this out in the more intense situations. Gotta avoid the fire, unfortunately. So these maulers learned how to infiltrate. If not for the fact that he said 2 arms behind me, I would never have heard that. Sometimes enemy voice lines, like, I swear, they're so stealthy.
No.
Although, and well, you can't walk into melee with mauls and crushers, that's for sure. Because, oh well, I mean, I guess with the right build, you can absolutely. Woo! Don't know how I managed to dodge that. Thank God that's our grenade. Jesus. He should know he doesn't need to do that, but whatever. He wants to, I guess.
Psyker bears watching.
This! How a professional does it!
Flamer is judged.
Russia! I can't control it!
Of course I can control it. I'm the beast.
The Emperor guides my hand. The bomber is slain.
Russia!
There is no.
Mites, you've got a crusher. Right? Y'all might want to be a bit careful over there.
See how they try to hide. I am unstoppable.
Come on, Mr. Asterius. You might want to run. Hallow. Yeah, the fire puddles are a bit difficult to tell. I have trouble too.
Do not stray from his light.
Agreed! Stop hitting armor! Reaper!
This team, I think, is very confused about where it wants to be. What do you see me doing now, right, is I'm getting certain gunners to duck. See, never separate from your team. This is a very bad idea. We're fighting on two fronts for no reason. Never do that. Never do that. Very silly. This is how you get killed, but you can tell that these guys are new. They're like, is this what Auric feels like? Oh my god. You can smell the newbie on them. At least they somewhat got it together, but they're still not at the skill level that I would expect of pros. These guys just dipping their baby toes into Damnation. Like literally baby. Oh man. Okay. Now, depending on where the actual boss is, never try and do this whole ring around the rosy thing. Get the boss into a specific location and deal with him there. Okay, pros will always do that. There's a lot of folks that think like that, Wawa. No problem, Commander Farside. I'll see you this evening. But yeah, you really do have to just know what you're doing, why you're trying to do things. All these kinds of little principles matter quite a bit. This build is actually much better if people don't spread out all the time. The problem is them spreading out. If they stick together, this build is actually so good because you can just funnel everybody and just blow them all up. I usually don't because it depends on whether there's a horde or not. If the Crusher is alone, which is very rare at the higher difficulties, I will usually just be like, okay, I'll kill it, I'll knock it down and then finish it off. But because the Crusher is rarely alone, it's way better to just keep blowing it up and knocking it aside.
Focus, and we may endure.
You see, never leave a target behind like this. That was very poor play. Like, I don't care how good you are at the game, or if you're going for objectives or anything, you never leave something unkilled.
Shooting!
Operating in low profile.
Data stream. Acceptable quality.
Ranger! A successful termination. Prepare for multiple hostiles.
Okay, this is our fire, I suppose. The one key thing that people need to understand is just that no matter how you think you want to fight, right, there's only in fact one way to fight properly. And that means that stick together one at a time. If you don't do objectives one at a time, right, what will happen, you see how easy it is to hold the line when you know
Duty done. Trapper eliminated.
that people aren't gonna do silly things. Yeah.
Earth justice, veteran.
And also, using up all your grenades right here, very, very poor idea. If you're going for an objective ping, just tell people where you're going. Because if we're busy holding the line, we're not going to be able to help you.
Associates, don't flavor.
That action will not save you.
Try to make a much of this task, varmints.
Ammo crate.
Ammunition gun.
Follow me. Indeed. Agreed.
Interrogator status inoperative. Remedy reboot.
Hostile incoming.
We fight well together.
Close now.
There we go.
Ammo crate. Duty.
He's down, Wayne.
Gap bomber.
And of course, please sight specials from a distance.
The bomber is dead.
This team is like hyper scuffed, but we're still gonna make it. I refuse to let this run fail.
Shotgunner.
Come on.
Gap bomber. No! Out of my mind.
Interrogation approaching completion.
Sniper neutralized.
Okay, good. Nah, this build is designed so that you only use your staff. You'll notice I don't have my ability at all. I haven't once used my ability. So the regular attack on the trauma staff is pretty useful for interrupting, hitting snipers, all sorts of things. But, of course, like I said, everything has its own appropriate purpose. And knowing this appropriate purpose is absolutely essential to doing well in this game. Those people who don't know what things are used for will usually suffer quite a bit. But this is basically like having a Pyrrhic staff without having a Pyrrhic staff, all the extra utility of armor crushing. Basically, it's the armor crushing version of the Pyrrhic staff, which is really cool. So that's why I'm going to be, I'll release it obviously. I think a lot of people will like it. It's a very weird build. No need for blitz, so you don't have to change. You only have to change between 2 weapons. That's pretty useful overall. That's very good. Yabs came up with this build, and honestly, I like it a lot. I think it's doing pretty well.
Engaging war protocols!
Reloading! Eruptions! Your death is at hand!
Also, you can use the primary attack to make ranged targets duck. There we go. Not really. I mean, it's a very specific build with very specific blessings. But it's working well. I mean, it has BB, but BB is just a placeholder. Because the way Yabs designed this, you don't ever use the Brain Burst. You don't actually use the Brain Burst. Yeah, they did indeed get lucky. Yeah, a lot of the time, if you knock down the mob, it's not dead, so you can't just do that. You do actually have to kill it. So one thing that Trauma Staff users probably have to worry about is that if you knock it down, it's not dead. So please do not think that way. It'll probably get you and your team killed. But yeah, I do see that as being one of the so-called difficulties for sure. And I've seen it dozens of times over. Players will be like, oh yeah, it's knocked down, it's fine. It's like, no, it's not fine, pal, you gotta kill it. Please kill it. Please kill. Yeah, but that's how it goes sometimes. That's just how the story unfolds.
Is that right? You do know that this is an open channel?
Well, yes, Roy B. It is always good to have somebody on your team who marks everything. It's very important. Yeah, this one doesn't use Rending Shockwave because, like I said, it's designed around very specific principles. I don't think flying enemies will be healthy. Most people can't even pay attention to the back. You add flying enemies into it, I'm pretty sure everybody's gonna start dying, bruh.
Heretics are everywhere in Throneside, and it's got Rennick in a
Because if they ever did add those flying enemies, I think 95% of people would just like panic when they start flying in. So definitely it would not be a good idea.
And maybe I'll come back for you. Have fun down
Anyway,
there.
thanks for all the likes on stream. Mega appreciate it, guys. Time to keep on going. Ceiling crawlers, fair enough. Like I certainly don't see that as a negative. Ceiling crawlers might work well. But either way, any build with Brain Burst is pretty bad, or rather Brain Rupture. Just know that nobody wise will actually use Brain Rupture in combat. At least not at Damnation level, it's too slow. In the time that you're busy Brain Rupturing, you can blow up a horde, you can spam fire to get gunners ducking. Never ever use Brain Burst, or Brain Rupture, or whatever you call it. I still function on the old name, so I still call it Brain Burst, but actually I mean Brain Rupture. But here we have a super speedy zealot, possibly a loner as well. Let's see how he plays out. Remember, because this version can headshot, you know, it's always good to spam fire at the enemy. Like when they're not in a horde or a big grouping, there's no point in because they're just gonna shoot at you if you're busy charging your staff. But if you blast them, they won't even shoot. Make sure they stop shooting. Okay. It makes them duck. So the second they start ducking, they will stop shooting. And that's what's so useful about this. Like, it's just so easy to get them to duck. Now, if I know where, like, there's a grouping and I can blow them all up, that's when I use it. But otherwise, see, just throw the primary attack and they'll stop firing at you. Even at a very long distance. Get a big bulwark.
Gotcha! Impressive work, Psyker! That's the Ranger, Sergeant!
We'll need to break their defenses!
Think I hear a demon host. Gone, demon host.
Okay.
Enemy spotted! A hound is nearby!
Trying to blow them up behind the door.
Darking's dead. Dead Ranger. Another dead bomber. Crush him.
I concur!
Now this is where it gets fun. See these big boys? There you go.
The Ranger is delivered to judgment.
No problem, Brandon. My builds are always the top for the community anyway. I hope you enjoy them. Perk plus brain burst, no. It's workable, but it has a lower win rate than... Ooh, sorry. Perk plus brain burst is pretty common, but it's mostly used for people doing penances and stuff like that. It generally isn't that great. Yeah, it has a lower win rate than others. Like, I'd say the win rate for perk right now is about 60%, simply because other staffs can do exactly what the perk does, but better. And that's the only reason it's not used all that often.
Thank the Emperor! It is silenced! Indeed! Dead and buried!
Close your nose,
Can't get across the skylink until you know it.
Defense protocol! Trevor! Cover is down! Agree!
sense a new subscriber.
Welcome, new subscribers. Do what you enjoy the most is fine. I got no trouble with that, so long as you also do your job. Like, for example, if you're playing in Damnation, it's just very important to do your job. As long as you do your job, no matter what you play, nobody's gonna get mad. You know? Like, if you're not doing your job, that's the only time people will usually get mad, because it's like, hey, at least just do what you're supposed to do. Like, this is why I always tell people, I have no trouble playing with whatever you want to play. You can run whatever build you want. Again, some people do get upset. They're all like, oh no, Asian Robot says only this build works. Well, yeah, I do, because that's what in general will work. And if you actually examine the win rates, then yeah, well, obviously this is a higher win rate, but you want to play something with that could in general have a low win rate, but maybe it has a high win rate for you, that's fine. As long as you're doing your job. Again, it comes down to that whole I'm so good syndrome. Some people don't even realize that they may have gone like 5-10 games getting carried. This is why random testing is so important. They could have gone 5-10 games getting carried by pals. They could have gone like, you know, even 10, 12, maybe even 16 games getting carried by friends. They didn't even realize that, you know? And they think that it's all them or, you know, their build works. But in actuality, what they'll realize is that they'll go like 5-10 games winning hard, then 6-7 games losing hard, like that kind of thing. And that inconsistency is what normally tells me that it's not actually their build that's working or whatever, it's just that they happen to get carried at a lucky time. All good, all good. Ooh, done. The scoreboard generally wouldn't promote it. Yeah, no. A lot of people, like as it is, a lot of people do use it for like griefing and stuff. And also some things aren't really shown in the scoreboard. Because like for example, let's talk about special kills. The special kill is awarded only to whoever gets the last hit. Sometimes this can be due to burn damage or whatever, like they didn't actually do anything other than burn it a little bit, but then they get the kill at the end. So some people who care about stats and stuff would probably play like that. They'd probably bring a flamer on purpose, so that although like let's say the Surge Psyker is blowing up the Crusher the entire time, because the last tick of damage, maybe they had 4 health left, and it ticks on the flame instead, like because of that, like they might get the actual kill. So this is very commonplace in the game. Like the kill should actually be awarded to whoever did the most damage in my opinion. But because the actual kill is based on last hit, kind of like in a MOBA, you know, some people can behave toxically because of that. So yeah, Scoreboard mod was initially like, there is a Scoreboard mod, you know, which I personally don't endorse, obviously, my own policies and Patchwork's policies, blah, 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 so on and so forth. But basically, people use that and they already get toxic because of it, you know, so an actual scoreboard in-game probably would create more problems than it solves. Of course, it would be really useful for build testing, but then that depends on the honor of the individual, and some people, I know you guys are really good people, really nice people, most of y'all. In fact, I would say 99% of y'all are nice people. It's the 1% that just have no honor. And those are the ones we got that spoil the, you know, it's like a couple of bad apples be spoiling the whole bunch. Kind of like that. Yeah, like I said, you guys are probably using the Scoreboard mod in a very informative way for testing purposes and stuff like that, and that's good. That's how it is meant to be used, you know? It's the 1% that will use it badly that, yeah, that's where it will get serious, man. Yeah, I completely get where you're coming from, Rob. Like, don't get me wrong, I actually favored a Scoreboard edition, because why shouldn't we be able to tell? But at the time that the discussions occurred, many people pointed out the immense amount of people that were already being toxic jackholes because of the mod itself, so that's why I think they decided not to implement. But I personally was one of the ones that said we should implement it because people need to know that they're bad. People need to know that they're good. People need to know that they're bad, you know? And it's very important to check that. Like, if people are obsessed about stats, then look, that's a bit of a consequence of what we do. You know, any game with statistics, any game that has any sort of team play is going to require some kind of statistical basis. Just kidding. I'm not going to blow up.
So tough, Ranger. A blow well struck, pilgrims.
Scab shotgunner!
I mean, that could also work.
Scab shotgunner!
I actually, you know, all things considered, I wouldn't be against that.
Show me that ugly grin.
Telling people what they did well would probably be a lot healthier overall.
Heads down. Stone.
I conquer! Hostile incoming! Ammo!
I need that.
You've made a lot of friends. You should probably keep moving.
Return the hole!
Surprise me. I am unstoppable.
Demon host's warp ice chills my mind.
I shall smite you.
Burn, heretics, fucking burn. I should have done it at a much higher peril level, but oh well, whoops.
Charking jumpers. History. Grenade out. Judgment has been delivered.
Oh crap. I did that again! That was a major mistake. I should have just cast my thing first. Cast it first, stupid robot. Oh well. Next time. Don't touch my teammate.
Finished out.
Beneficent.
Okay, don't touch the demon. Well, actually, I actually kind of like touching the demon, but only if I'm the zealot. Because I know I'll kill it. Here, probably a bit unwise.
Agreed. Sniper!
Hold still, heretic. Ammo.
Okay. Oh, listen. You don't know how many people are snowflakes. Like, my scolding is pretty reasonable, to be fair. Like, sure, it might be a bit blunt, but hey, you know, at least I'm being honest and truthful. Problem is that lots of people can't take it. They can't handle being told that they've done badly, you know? And I will openly tell people, like, look, you gotta fix certain habits that you have, because that's very normal for me. You know, I'm an Asian gamer. I'm not gonna hold back for your fragile little ego. I'll say, look, you did this wrong. This is how perfect players play. This is what we do normally. Alright, you didn't do this. You gotta get used to it. You gotta understand. Hey, you did it wrong. And some people do it wrong, you know? That's how it is.
Could have been more efficient.
1% can be very loud, BBS, definitely.
I conquer. Ranger!
The problem is that it's that annoyingly vocal minority, and you know, they ruin the game for everybody, unfortunately, because they are vocal, they are annoying, they are the ones that make things bad for everyone.
Success! Dead! We've killed the Tox Flamer!
その程度か? I got you.
Stay with me.
Help you get over. Come on. Don't go down that easy,
Roots one
buddy.
way.
Remember.
Get yourselves patched up! Razor! It's dead! I bring redemption! Pieces of my body cannot fire never.
Ranger!
Not still out now, are you?
Let's get them all ducking.
Red gunner!
Oh, wrecked it! Yeah! Lost you to hell! Getting close next time! Make the carcass fear, yes,
Alarmingly efficient, roughneck.
They grab everything? Okay, good. I am not sure on that, but I mean, most people wouldn't sell it. I usually never sell anything that's transcendent unless I already know I don't need it. But then again, I've got a very experienced eye. So if you accidentally sold it, I'm sorry to hear that, but yeah. I don't know why there are no locked items, but at the same time as well. Normally, like, your case is literally the first one I've ever heard of. Maybe it's just me. Jesus Christ. That one guy goes down all the way there. Like, I hate rushing zealots, really. This is why loner zealots irritate me the most. Like, I get that you want to be cool, but once again, this is I'm so good syndrome. He was comfortable up till now because, you know, we've been taking care of everything for him. And then as soon as he goes down there, he gets caught by something. Like, I feel that loner was a big mistake. It made the zealots feel like they can move on their own, or be out of coherency. But again, yeah, that's terrifyingly bad. You instantly lose all shields, dude, so you should never stay inside the green flames. I was dodging like hell through that. As you can see, the green flames are pretty bad. Like, I was not trying to stay in there, I was trying to dodge out of it.
Speaking for myself, I'm laboring under a terrible, terrible curse.
Ranger! We could have done without the hole!
It's killing time.
Yeah, I've never actually sold anything on accident, which is true. Like, this poor Philip is the first case I've ever heard of. Like, legit. I'm not like lying or anything. Like, I wish I was kidding, but to be honest, like, despite this game not having locks, I've literally never heard of anyone selling anything on accident. Mostly because I feel like loot is so kind of precious in this game, to be fair, that it's hard to sell anything. And in general, you'd know what you should and shouldn't sell.
Attend! A healing station!
Yeah, definitely don't spam it. Like, I mean, but the selling button requires you to press it down unless you put on a mod. If you put on a mod, then that's kind of kind of the issue, because in order to sell something, you have to press and hold down the button. So unless you're pressing it without thinking, then that is probably unwise.
Existence is over. I concur.
No, I never jump my cursor. I select it very carefully. But at least your cursor should not jump around. I can go sell a few items after this and show y'all.
You can always trust a preacher to scarper when the fighting starts. No staying power. Let's talk. Bomber's gone.
Yep, that's the way.
Check that out. Rangers down!
A point-based upgrade system? Not too sure how that'll work. I'm okay with what we have now.
The abomination is no more.
Oh, come on. Really? Really?
Doctors, don't leave comrades behind.
There is no forgiveness! Hey there, Shopley!
This is why watching the back is too crucial.
Protocol suggests you remain.
What the? These guys never watch the back.
Time for a grenade! Come on! You need me! Bulwark! A grenade! A grenade! A gift from the beneficent Emperor himself! Your end is nigh! Nigh! Never volunteer for nothing! You got that right! Don't step forward and always take a big step back, just in case!
Requesting retrieval. I will be an asset.
Mauler! Grenade! I have you, Psyker.
Kind of you.
There we go. Thank you.
Indeed.
Every district on both sides is named for a great hero. Death and his medal.
Step shotgunner.
Now I understand. The veteran was using a last gun this entire time. No, it's just that I didn't realize it until I saw it from his perspective. The veteran's using a last gun.
With me,
It explains why things weren't dead.
darkness!
Using a last gun in an Auric Damnation run is like deliberately saying, you know what, today I feel like making my team suffer for no reason.
Worthy of a hot shot enforcer.
Because like, do you really have time? Like, just now when we were swarmed by flamers, do you really have time to aim your last gun? Like, for real? Nobody's got time for that. Like, these shooters should all be dead then. See, but by the time he actually shoots anything, they're all still alive. This is why I've told people millions of times, the last gun is a poor choice. You can do everything that a last gun can do
I hope
with way better
I must
weapons.
never ask you to deploy
Plasma gun,
anti-manifestation
freaking
protocols. They're mostly bullet
revolver. Like, you could take anything in the world and it would still be better than the last gun. But if you deliberately choose the last gun, you know, today I think I'm gonna make my team suffer. It's like, oh yes, congratulations, you finally killed 3 people. Like, how long are you gonna take before you kill one target? You see, this is the issue. Like, a lot of people in Damnation, they don't understand that it's that 0.1 second. Even if it's 1 second, like a 1 millisecond slower, it's still slower. That's why I harp on efficiency. I've always talked about efficiency because it really affects you. You know, people don't realize how much it affects you until they're actually in the shitter. Then they realize that, that half a second counts. That 0.5 second counts. Like, I had this one guy yesterday, he was all like, oh, but you know, like 5 seconds doesn't really matter. Oh, yes it does. Yes it does. The difference between having 5 seconds to cool down your ability versus not having it up at all is major. In serious situations, when shit hits the fan, you know, it is seriously major. I'm just gonna head over to the other side.
in cover.
Actually, Hellbore is technically better, but I think it's the fastest Hellbore in the world. Like I can't remember which mark it is, but the fast one. The fast one I think is better, but I haven't tested it yet. One of these days I do want to test it, because I've actually heard that one's really good.
Your skill is not worthy.
Has gone. Thank you.
Indeed. Mania makes for poor tactics, zealots. Russia! I concur.
Would you kindly? That's one of the few times I'll have to actually use my thing on a crusher. Because I knew that they weren't going to be able to handle it. Of course, last guns can't penetrate armor. True, it could be a shredder pistol. There's always that.
Efficient brute.
What's the main selling point of the shredder? Nothing. I would never use it in the current game environment. There are far better weapons to use. Why use a shredder when you could just use a shotgun? Shred them the legit way.
Yes, yes, flow through me. Agreed.
Ah, and of course, we're still being hit by dozens of shooters. You know, Mr. Last Gun over there can't kill them all. Meanwhile, Mr. Psyker Man here has to spam fire and get him to duck. Like, come on, dude.
Shield me! Grant me strength! Any back down! I'm okay! The Emperor demands you die!
Your compliment is gratifying.
Yeah, the Mark 8 Agrippina is far stronger than the Shredder.
Keep close, danger awaits!
But no, the Shredder is actually really weak, to be fair. And you can actually kill mutants at range with a Mark 8 Agrippina far faster than you can do with the Shredder. And it will cost you less ammo. The Shredder just looks like it's faster because it's spamming more ammo, but actually the Mark 8 Agrippina will do more.
Magnificent Emperor!
Well, D-Weezy, if it passes enough Auric runs, you'll see the build. Hopefully by tomorrow. But yeah, Shredder is pretty much trashed here right now compared to, like at Auric Damnation, it doesn't do anything. I've seen one Shredder veteran and he required the most help I've ever seen. Same with this guy using this last gun. If not for the fact that the rest of us were carrying hard, you know, that would have been a failed run. Don't ever bring a last gun, please. Plasma will probably get nerfed, but I hope it won't be too hard as well, because the Plasma is, like, it's lore accurate and it's doing what it's supposed to do. But the problem is, like, I'd rather they buff all the other guns up. Like, if they're gonna call something a Shredder Auto Pistol, they should build in armor reduction. Then I'd say the Shredder Auto Pistol would be one of the best choices for close range engagements. Give it, it's a Shredder, right? It's a Shredder. Give it armor penetration baseline. Like, give it the ability to make them brittle baseline so that you don't have to pick a talent for it. And the talent will enhance it, you see? That I think they should do. Because I feel that, like, a lot of guns are unusable because of that lacking efficiency. Like, Shredder Auto Pistol, compared to a braced autogun, the braced autogun does so much more than the Shredder Auto Pistol does, which is exactly why I'm saying they should buff everything up. What, rather than nerfing things down, I'm never a fan of nerfing things down. I want them to buff it up, right? Then make it so that the Shredder Auto Pistol is such a good, like, close range option. Because right now it's kind of mid, but you give it that armor shredding capability, all of a sudden you've got this really nice close range option whereby, okay, I want to play a close range vet. Boom, Shredder Auto Pistol, I'm taking out everything like a gangster at close range. Now, I might need some help on range, but, you know, hey, that could work, you know? I wouldn't make it less ammo. I keep the ammo the same, but I just wanted to get the natural, like, give it a natural ability to reduce enemy armor, you know? Columnus, you're talking about the infantry autogun? Yes, that is true, because it also comes with raking fire, so yes, you're right about that, actually. The Columnus Mark V would be a closer comparison. But I mean, in terms of autoguns and in terms of things that you want to have, I would say that it would be way better to have just your, like, braced autogun, the Agrippina Mark VIII. It's just so good right now. Like, if you're gonna go close range vet, nobody should be running without a Mark VIII Agrippina braced. It's just so strong. Damage, penetration, fire rate, ammo efficiency, it's got everything. The only thing it doesn't have is, like, long range. But Yabs still says he can snipe with it. But you know what? Yabs is skilled in a different way, so I'm not gonna counter that. Yeah. But it is a very good gun.
The site is infested with heretics. Tread with care, varlets.
I know, wow, that veteran probably believes that because he got carried, right, his last gun build's gonna work. You're probably gonna see it on Games Lantern. Oh my god, this last gun build's so awesome. Oh lord. Oh lordy lord. This is why I say it, ladies and gents, this is why I say it. Random testing is important. Test with randoms, trial yourself, push yourself. Push yourself to the limit. Actually, you know what? Okay, gonna try and see if we can get some nice footage. High intensity shock trooper gauntlet with Yabs' trauma psyker build, using the trauma staff exclusively. Let's see if it works, yeah? We've got a totally random team. I've got nobody with me right now. Can this build prove itself? I wouldn't say all recons are bad, no. The Vlad, the Mark 6D is still pretty good. And I still like it. Always stab the head.
The hound is dead!
Kill the bomber! Dead and gone!
Okay, everybody good? Now this team is pretty coordinated. They know what they're doing.
Elevator system
They understand their
diagnosis.
job.
It's better you don't know, but it should work.
Okay.
I don't think this elevator has been properly maintained.
Recon's alright. They're good for leveling, actually. They're very good for leveling. They just suffer a little bit in damnation level, but they're pretty good for leveling. Okay, first of all...
A horde approaches!
Yeah, I knew the horde was coming.
I concur!
Whoops, that was my bad. That was a major mistake. I just blew up my team. Oh, thankfully it was only 2 people, but... Oh, there goes Palermo.
We should target the tank flavor!
This is why I backed off immediately, because I knew that was coming.
How many voices? This will recharge.
Oh, they got it.
I am in need of rescue! Hurry!
Okay. Now, because this is high intensity shock troopers, I'll probably expect a lot of elites, things like that. Got him.
Pitiable existence is over!
So while they go and rescue him,
Threat neutralized!
Now proceed across the hangar to low control hub Delta 12.
there we go. Always watch the rear, move forward. Now this build features all the strengths of the usual stuff, so you still got your dueling sword for immensely powerful melee attacks. You've still got all the stuff that you need. That won't be a problem with this one. Oop, good, good, good.
It boils with fury!
1, 2, buckle my shoe. 3, 4, you better lock your door.
Agreed!
Killed it! Away from that monster! Hoxmaster!
Hoxmaster is dead!
Mr. Perk Psyker, s'il vous plaît.
Successful termination!
There we go. I hope he realizes that he can actually push these guys, right? He knows, right? He knows. He knows. I hope. We pray.
Thank the Emperor! It is silenced! Master incoming! Hoxmaster!
Oh dear, Strat DC'd. Dueling swords are beautiful, I love them a lot.
Trapper is terminated!
Hey. Bob, do something. Woo, that was fun.
Credit must be shared!
Yeah, it is. This is nice to see that stance, though. I love that dueling stance. But you know what? I actually like the Zealot melee weapons a lot more. I just love the hammer so much.
Instruments of justice is what we make of it.
Like, I can't wait to do my weeklies on the Zealot this week. It's gonna be so much fun. Bring out my Paladin Zealot again. You know, guaranteed wins. Ah. There we go. But I swear, the dueling sword is so strong. Two people synergy builds? No, not really, because synergies work like with any build, really. So, for example, let's say that you have a really solid build that you know for sure will reduce armor, then that'll work with any other build, you see? So there's no real two people synergy builds. You can use anything. Rather, it's even better if you just, rather than trying to get two people to synergize builds weirdly, it's way better to just use two hyper efficient builds and just do the best possible damage. So for example, let's say you're using my Assail build. Pairing that with my Zealot build, for example, would give you not only one character that can literally devastate entire hordes, teams, whatever, but the other guy could, you know, be that defensive frontliner. You know, so that's generally how it works. Like, it's better to use two very efficient builds together rather than attempting to create synergies. I'm getting out of here.
Indeed.
Hello there, my friend. Yeah.
It boils with fury.
Okay.
No! Out of my mind! Agreed.
Ranger neutralized.
Running formation! Run fucking down!
Well, if you want to stay in formation, stick with me, Palos. Strad keeps DC. I think so, man. I mean, haven't you ever seen those crushers infiltrate behind a whole team? All of a sudden they'll just appear behind you and then you're dead. I'm telling you, them crushers learn from the infiltrate veterans. Why is our bot down there?
Dead in a wave of filth. It's dead now. Get them out.
Good work, Stratty boy.
The sum of your parts is greater than individual. In other words, group up.
Sometimes I'll just spam fire so that like I can get everything sorted.
Purge infestation to proceed. Make haste, varlets.
Like I'll just literally spam it so that I get the shooters ducking. That way we take less shots in the face.
I sensed a new subscriber.
Ah, lovely. Welcome, new subscribers.
Indeed. Brace for impact.
Eliminate that final infestation.
Healing. A timely discovery. Gratifying. Again, Trevor. Medicaid station.
And you see, when this is alone, that's the time that I will actually go in. Most of the time, you won't bother to out of my way. I see you guys are burning. Having a fun time there. Boom. Yeah, that's what I thought.
Elevator
There you
efficiency
go.
restored. Mission can proceed.
Calling the elevator. Oh crap! I didn't even hear that thing. Ah, what a failure. That was a major failure on my part. Like it didn't. I didn't hear the bomb sound. I don't know if you guys on stream even heard it, but there was no bomb sound. Like I didn't know where he threw the thing. It didn't start beeping next to me. I swear. Like if y'all heard it, but I didn't, then just let me know. Then I know that's my ears going deaf. But I'm pretty sure. Oh come on. I'm pretty sure there was no ticking. I'm 95% certain there was no ticking there. Man. And I'm just gonna switch it to night mode. Screw this. Whoa.
Agreed. Scout gunner.
Engaging war protocols.
Agreed. I commend your work, sibling.
My tank.
Let's get him ducking.
Just doing my duty.
Held it. Agreed.
Just what I hear. Demon host. Buzzing. Buzzing. Buzzing.
So who's gonna go tank it?
Switch close by.
1041 to find the refinery.
Indeed!
You Sancho!
Get shotgunner! Indeed!
So many voices!
Get shotgunner!
Our Ogren's on a rampage.
I deserve a medal!
Emperor, guide me! Please! Please! Reload! Focus on our duty!
Brothers down.
Hostiles incoming! That was commendable! I concur! Duty!
Homestead. ADK station.
Hey, for me. Mine. Okay.
That's a clean kill.
I concur!
Burn, heretics, burn.
Shotgunner!
That guy was still alive.
Agreed!
Switch! One more time! I concur!
I concur! Fury does not have victim nature!
Yes! Blow through me! Stand together! Fight together!
Master! Ranger! God!
Also, the other thing is that Purg used to be able to stun, like, even Crushers. Then they stopped letting it stun Crushers. So, yeah. That's another reason why Purg is weaker now. Because in the past, like, Purg was not just the Horde clear staff, like, it actually had crazy CC as well, which is really cool. And I really enjoyed that.
Out of my mind!
Now it's like... Now it's just like, it's just designed for Horde clear, but it's like, why? I mean, if you're getting burned, even if you're in armor, you're getting cooked, right?
Indeed! Shock flavor! Its malicious mind darkens! Muti neutralized! Ranger! It diminishes! Indeed! A fine idea! Noble work, Ogren!
Then hard in! Follow me, console!
Sniper neutralized! Get out of my head! Trouble!
Mr. Strad, you're the veteran, you should always take it. Well, I guess he's just being nice. Good thing we had the extra voice of command health. That's why I love it so much. Any mistake? Voice of command, no problem. You can yell people to give them power. Oh, damn it.
Our duty is done.
Lastin?
Razor!
Agreed!
You leave me no choice!
I concur! Indeed! Indeed!
Okay, nice and quiet.
Threats managed.
Alright, going through.
Do not do this
Moving
alone.
on.
Remain as a circuit.
I concur!
Put in bear step!
Okie day.
We can tend our wounds here.
Kindly place your magic boxes on the right incubators and keep them functioning.
I heard that heavy. Like sometimes they're silent, but sometimes they're also not. So I was like, I heard that.
Data inbound. Continue. Defend.
Oh, they're all down there. Okay.
I concur! Now charging!
Connection failure. Error. Error. Investigate.
Move to Bob's location. Okay.
Initial progress acceptable.
Godfather! Dead and good! The abomination is no more! Muti terminated! Install the interrogator!
Domination.
God!
Get stabbed in the face.
The sniper is dead! Trevor! It's dead now!
Russian sparking!
Too kind.
Okay, holding the line. Very nice.
Initiating crowd control.
Never easy. I blame you, varlets.
Okay, come.
Parameters almost met.
Ammo crate!
The machine requires attention.
Duty!
Oh dear. Okay.
This is clearly your forte, brute.
Last one. Okay.
Engaging war protocols.
Got him.
I am authorizing decontamination measures. Extraction approved. Depart.
Hands up! And it's angry! Go down!
Ranger neutralized.
Follow me!
Okay, pull out, pull out.
Calling the war. Enemies in deep cover. Breaching the area.
It's dead now!
The major troubles touch us no more.
I love how the enemy just literally disappeared before my very eyes. Send him back in there.
Oh, buzzing!
Ooh, got one last one at the end. GG. Alright. Mission cleared. It was a good round. It was a good round. I'm satisfied. Phew. I love this message there. Faithless are those who abandon their tasks. But either way, this is doing pretty well. I really cannot complain. I mean, sure, I'd like to complain, but there's nothing I can complain about here. I only wish I had a stronger Blazing Spirit Blessing, but I don't have the resources to get a tier 4. Having it at tier 4 would make this turn up to 11, I think. That was good. Another round. Also, maybe it's the hot weather, but I swear, gonna have to go without my usual robot cap for a bit. Weather's just too brutally hot these days. Summer is a tough time for the bot. My GPU temp is still relatively cool though. That's good. It's Bob the Ogren again. Okay, let's give it a go. Yes, it does. Any critical will cause the Soul Blaze to trigger.
No heresy is without trail, and Relic thinks you will find it in Archivum Sycorax. The server skull can root out the best files to access. You will have to do the rest.
But yes, spam clicking will cause it. Although it has to be a critical, but I mean, assuming that it crits, hell yeah. keep going.
Don't like the smell down here.
Oh, hot. I'm working on a good mood, and I don't
Yum,
think
yum,
you're
yum.
spoiling it.
War in Throneside. I never believed I'd see such a day.
You just keep heading to Archival Psyker. We'll discuss the rest when you are there.
You lot, keep on! Hello?
Archival scribes spend most of their day simply queuing to get in. The heretics have solved that problem.
Here comes food!
We are true in our advance.
If any Ogren players here know the answer to that question, they can answer you. I personally don't play Ogren, so I would not know. But I can safely say I've never seen most Ogrens go in to attempt to use it. Mostly because I think Ripper guns have very low ammo. Could just be me though.
Remember, don't eat music.
Impressive, brute!
That's how it's rotting done.
Indeed!
Stab shot to that. Lock thing down.
I see these sharpshooter.
I just swear I saw his head just like go flying.
Way to progress.
I already thought of that. Keep going through maintenance instead.
Hey, did that guy just whack me from behind? Remember that only rogues do it from behind.
Ammo.
Oh, there you go. BVS does play the Ogren. He's a cock and big guy after all. So, hopefully that helps.
Standing. Reloading. Dead. Where is he?
There we go. There we go. Kickback definitely works well. I've heard and seen some very good feedback on that, for sure. The trauma staff is very unique. I think used correctly you can achieve very good results, but it does have to be used well. So that I think is where most people go wrong with it. Like this particular style that I'm running with it is a bit different to the normal. See, what I'm doing here Oh, come on.
The trap is trapped! It's ended!
Indeed!
My bad.
Right shotgunner!
Master, grant me strength!
Right shotgunner! Hostile sighted! Killed it! Right shotgunner! Agreed!
Oh, come on. Oops. Ah, damn. Well, that was my death. That was an unfortunate mistake on my part. The only downside to this build is that because I use the trauma so frequently, it blows up bursters. Can be quite irritating. The trauma is good, it's just that, like, for this particular build where it's the exclusive weapon, yeah, it causes me way too many problems with bursters, but other than that, I'm actually enjoying it quite a bit. It actually does very well.
This is clearly your birthday, brute!
Okay. Yeah, you'd be surprised. There's a lot of people that are all like, I need to be number one. You know, they care about the top. Because for them, the personal victory is in, you know, getting that big
We can tend our wounds
honky
here.
donkey win and topping the scoreboard. But then again, those people aren't exactly team players.
Secure that cover! Aim that shotgunner!
Are you planning on reaching the deep archive today? You wouldn't know it.
God, I love blowing them up. I love the transition to the dueling sword. Feels so good.
Bravo! Scout shotgunner! This archivum feels like a fortress.
Praise the Emperor. But this place will be built and functioning long after we are all dead.
Scout shotgunner!
There we go. Yeah, nothing wrong with that. I too enjoy being useful to my team as a Psyker. Some people are naturally good support players. There's nothing wrong with being a good support. Ah, crap. Gotta love it when the team doesn't mark targets, you don't know what's going on, it's just, yeah, I'm never gonna mark a single target for the rest of my life, you know? I'm just gonna pretend that we can see everything. They can just psychically tell where opponents are. That's the one thing that I hate the most. Please, 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 guys, you have to mark targets. If I do not see every single target marked 24/7, then we have already failed the Emperor.
They have us at a disadvantage. I concur. Scout gunner!
Oh, come on. Phew. Would have been nice to be able to see the bomber's location, but you know.
Protocol obliges I help you, zealot. Not make us. A med station. How
Mine. There we are. I think that some people would be upset that they couldn't use a gun on a Psyker, which also kind of makes no sense, because technically Psykers can use guns, in addition to their warp powers. But, yeah, I don't know. I think lore-wise it would make very little sense, because technically most Psykers actually go into battle with like a pistol, a last pistol, their psychic staff, sword, everything. Like usually a Psyker has a full complement of weapons. Why? Because it's not like they can always charge up their mental powers. To be fair, it's because of game balance that we don't have that situation. Otherwise, we would probably have a staff, which gives us a particular power, and then a last pistol is our secondary range weapon. Then a force sword as our God, I love the dueling swords, so good. Headshots, everything. I mean, they used a whole bunch of different focuses, so it wasn't necessarily a force staff, but realistically speaking, a force staff usually is the best way for them to focus their powers. I say usually because I'm pretty sure there are unusual situations as well. Alright, Bob, you're gonna have to deal with that on your own. He ran out of my range. Still don't know why Bob's over there, but I hope Bob gets a move on. Ah, but of course. Dear sweet lord, are these guys okay? I don't understand what they're attempting to do here. Yeah. I don't think you're biased at all. I also think it's stupid because guess what? Psykers have no armor penetration or real gun-based talents. Sure, there's Scryer's gaze, but it doesn't give you enough. Like, what they should have done was basically the Psyker's ability should be auto aim. Scryer's gaze, what it should do is become like Soldier 76. You should just turn on auto aim, immediately headshot everybody. Like, that'll make it ammo efficient. Like, that's what I think it should do. But yeah, there's actually like a whole different bunch of lore yaps about like what Psykers can do, things like that. But I mean, wow. Okay.
Repent, trapper!
Gee, thanks for killing me. The only one thing which I always hate is anybody, like, if they go down here without me, like,
Thy wrath achieve litter, heretic! Thou art impressive, Ogre! The sniper is slain! See my deeds! See the slab! Watch it flail! I hope the Emperor saw that! Outstanding! Slippery now, lads! Rager! With this grenade, I hurt.
our Psyker. I think our Psyker was waiting for the black ship, if I'm not wrong. As far as I remember. Because our Psykers, they never execute Psykers. They put them on the black ships. And they send them to Terra, because otherwise it's a terrible waste. I mean, the Emperor has to consume literally 1,000 Psykers every day. So, otherwise the Astronomicon just doesn't function.
Hurry!
I think we clicked. Thou hast accomplished so little. Down.
Where the hell am I? Oh, not too far, I guess.
Requesting retrieval!
Beware! The barrel explodes! Stand and fight!
I mean, a lot of things are like done so that we have game balance. Realistically speaking, there are a couple of things that are not lore accurate.
Throwing grenade!
Shotgunner! Drowning. Drowning. Right gunner! New day! Right neutralized!
I hear a hound! Well, rules are out of cover!
Fire's out, associates!
Fire drain extinguished!
Duty done! Trapper eliminated!
The bomber is slain!
Godmother! Dead and gone!
This is why marking targets is important. Please mark targets appropriately. Yeah, nobody really executes the Psykers. Also, did these guys literally just escape because they were scared? Like, they left the gunners there? Bro, it's not that hard to kill them. Just kill them in melee. If you're afraid of it, if you're that afraid of a demon host, just kill them in melee. Again, this is why Zealot without a hammer, failing the team. You must have a hammer so that you can hammer a demon host.
I shall not be found wanting!
But yes, our Psyker is most likely awaiting execution. Also, Philip, sorry, didn't you send that message earlier? Or did it just get copy-pasted? Or are you just stating it again? Because yes, Fat Shark did help some people who lost items in the past, but I think that was before they implemented the slower sale. Because I think last time it was just a single button click, and then that was it. So now they've made it so that it's like slowed down. This is why, guys, I always say having a melee that can one-shot mutants is very important. Because once you get to Auric Damnation level, they're gonna spam them at you. You're gonna get like 4, 5, 6, 7 mutants at once. So it's always important to be able to one-shot them. Once you bring a build that once you bring a melee that cannot one-shot a mutant, you usually have trouble. Because like by the time you hit the Doges like multiple times, all of it is a waste of time. And this time constraint is usually the biggest thing. Oh, damn it. They better quickly kill the trappers. Nope, nope, nope. Very, very bad.
Requesting help!
I'll just have to survive. Okay. Good job.
Hey, generous colleague! Reaching into the wall!
Even if I sacrifice. Again, all of this is the reason behind one-shots. The core difference is that once you have one-shots, usually you don't have to worry. Woo! All the fire.
Blessed master! The trapper is... I hear a beast! Thou art the only member of this group to find worth in the tech priest's babble.
Made more sense than most.
No problem, Gamer Cop. I'm here to help. Oh no. You gotta wait for it to light the fuse. Oh well.
Any bits?
I hear the ogre!
Where is he? Attack grenade! Standing!
Ammo crate! Fight without fear! We are the faithful, whose blessed reward is
Medipack, down!
You were right. Get that servo scope deployed and let's see what you can find.
Find that servo skull. At once.
Oh good, this man's on a rescue mission. Most excellent. Once again, the more that you mark, the better. Always mark targets. This is the biggest advice I can give anyone. If you don't find yourself marking every single target instantaneously, it's best to use the trick of just putting your tag button and your primary fire on the same key. It's very easy to do that, and you can mark everything without thinking.
Is the scan location. Require your auspices to track down our quarry.
Away from that bastard!
Are you waiting for an invitation? Very well. I humbly beseech you to upload your data to the servo skull. Do not use my servo skull.
Come on, Asterix. There we go. Most people just don't mark period. That's the problem. If everything was marked on the screen, I tell you, your range can just instantly take out most snipers, things like that.
Continue your auspex. This location should provide more necessary data.
Ranger dead, our duty is done!
My strength grows from the Emperor's rout!
Blaze Trauma's doing alright. I certainly have no complaints about it. It is doing the job it is supposed to do. And I've had pretty fairly successful runs on Orb Damnation. Granted, there are a couple of spicy situations where theoretically, if they let me die, it would have gone bad. But for the most part, it's okay.
Efficient, brute!
entirely my bad.
Medicaid station! Blessed Master! Aid thy servant! Praise the Master!
We should have the brutes! Indeed!
Do upload your data hall to the servant-style varlets. Life is such a fleeting pleasure.
Okay. I see you.
So falls the sniper!
I guess I'll take one just in case. No. The idea is not to use Brain Burst with this, besides it's too slow. It would literally have no place here. The one thing people need to understand about Brain Burst, or rather Brain Rupture, is that it's literally not a skill. It is not something any actual Psyker would use, because it's just literally designed to hamper you. Speed is the key in Orc Damnation. Speed is the key, in fact, of any kind of high-level play. So anything that's like even less efficient in slightest speed-wise is a problem. Here it's just used as it's literally just used as a connecting node. So it has no other function beyond that.
The enemy's hold up!
Exactly. So realistically speaking, nobody really uses Brain Burst. Anyone who wastes time on a Brain Rupture is like, it's because like they have something that they really need to shoot at very long range. But to be fair, what people don't realize is that the normal stab attacks will do the same.
Agreed!
Hurry up. Did you? I know, right, Roy P? It's a very, very wild situation. The current Brain Burst is buffed, so it's weird. But realistically, like most games, the important thing is just make sure that you mark. As long as you guys mark, it's fine. Yeah, here Brain Burst is just a connecting node. Basically, it's just there, selected as a connecting node, then you move on. I mean, you could select something else as your connecting node, but BB is okay. Actually, wait, let me check if I can select something else as my connecting node. I don't think so. Theoretically, I mean... Actually, yes. Apparently you can. You could select something else as your connecting node. Oh yeah, turns out you can. I chose Smite as my connecting node instead. Let's see, because I never use BB anyway. It might give me a little bit of extra utility. Let's give it a try, shall we? Since, like, it doesn't really need any enhancement. Thor, please good RNG, Nyloth. Okay, I'm ready. Let's go taste the pain, shall we? Time to give that pain a bit of slurp slurp. Two zealots, one veteran, one Psyker.
Wouldn't you know? The Mobians aren't working alone. They're getting help from inside. We need to find out who else is involved. So we are going to Archivum Sycorax to see what you can find. The server skull will do the hard part. Just get into the deep archives and follow its lead.
No, you can branch over from Smite. So the build does work the same. Since this guy is so happy, I'm just going to block him. There we go.
How dare such heretics walk these
There we go. If he goes down first, I'm gonna laugh.
We will see what happens afterwards. Archival scribes spend most of their days simply queuing to get in. The heretics have solved that problem.
Indeed!
I'm deeply amused always. The fact that these people hate me, but they still watch my YouTube. Like, what's the point, bro? If you don't like me, you should know who I am, bro.
Agreed!
Please good RNG. Apparently he's a hater. But like I said, I really don't care. I just block them and move on. Oh, of course he leaves.
I already thought of it. We should go into maintenance.
Threat neutralized!
Nah. Either way, like, reporting them isn't gonna do anything. I just block them. I don't care. Like, the easiest way to deal with toxic people is to block them. Like, a lot of these people are just, well, look, I hate to say it, but they're racists. And, the only reason they don't like me is because I'm Asian. End of story. You know? Whether that makes people feel uncomfortable or not, look, that's the reality that I deal with, so... Racism is very alive and well in the Oceania region, and that's why you just have to deal with it. So, as a YouTuber, as a creator, I never get mad or anything, I just move on. Because you can't change people. It's not like you can, you know, do anything to alter who these people are, how they are, as human beings, individuals. Block them, move on. And then let them stay mad, you know? Eventually, they'll realize that the whole world will isolate them. And that's just how it is. You just move on. Yeah. Tis the internet. And, you know, it is what it is. Go. I've got no choice but to rescue the dude.
Ammo! This way!
Nah, Psyker's my main. So, I will always play something. If I find something interesting, then I will play it. The only time you get to decide what content I play, or whether I'll give others some love, is if you pay my salary and support fee. I'll tell you what, you pony up, I'll play whatever you want, but only those that pay my salary get to decide what I do. Ah, it's okay, BBS. Honestly, like I said, I'm open to anything, buddy. So long as they pay. You pay my hourly rate, and I'll do whatever you want. I'm serious, you know? Anybody wants to decide what my stream content's about, no problem. No problem, buddy. Pony up. You pony up, I am your bitch.
Psyker! I grant you that!
This! How a professional does it!
Okay, we should be able to rescue them in the next section. Oof. Or... okay.
Unprofessional, but efficient, zealot!
May my deeds inspire you! The Ranger is committed to judgment!
The Ranger is dead!
Love that mid-air stab.
Dead in a wave of filth.
Is Carius, get it? Okay. Now we should be alright. Yeah, it doesn't work. It only works on the left click, dude. So, Surge... Oops, sorry. Surge as a blessing is only for the Void Strike staff. It does work on the other staffs, like the Trauma and the... I can't remember if the Surge staff actually has it. Theoretically, a Surge staff should have a Surge blessing, right? But, in actuality, because it allows a double shot on crit, it's only designed for the Void Strike staff or the left click on these staffs, because all these staffs have the same left click. So this thing will fire double shots on a crit. So theoretically it does exist and it does work, but it's best on the Void Strike staff where both shots can benefit from it, you see? So that's why it's not commonly used on anything else. It's mostly used only on the Void Strike staff. And it's not really used on other staffs.
This station is of utility.
Beauty's dead. Thank you, beloved.
Medicate station.
Beauty's dead. Don't go right without a call.
There is no more fire. Get back.
The bomber's dead.
Those grenades were tedious. The trapper is terminated. A successful termination.
Engaging critical targets. Downed.
Agreed. Red shotgun.
Your judgment.
Is that Diamantine or Plasteel? I can't tell. It's Plasteel. Oh.
Indeed.
Beauty's dead. Beloved, reveal them to me.
Yeah, fair enough. But yeah, it only works on this left click, so yeah, it doesn't get as much value, unfortunately. I wish it would actually make the explosion occur twice, then it might have more value, but it doesn't, unfortunately. Yeah. But if you're looking at for another staff, currently Surge is the best and closest replacement, in my opinion.
That's one for you, Ashley. Don't let a decade of history forgotten because you can't aim.
I forgot I even had this.
Enemies bedding in. Right gunner.
Judgment has been delivered.
Ready your weapons. Agreed.
Oh, damn.
Lego bread. Indeed. How completely wow. Lego bread. Indeed.
Oh yeah? You wanna hit me? Come on, hit me then. Woo! Come on, come on. Yeah? Yeah, come on. Come on. Come on. Duel me. Duel me. What are you gonna do about it? Huh? Ow. Okay, guess that's what you're gonna do about it. Aw, come on. There we go.
The beast is killed!
The final butt stab.
The trapper is dead! Hound! Slain!
How do you fix the back-end error? You can't fix it. It's just server errors. Is the dueling sword noticeably stronger? Yes, Ultra Gravy. The dueling sword is the best sword for the Psykers. I mean, one-shotting a mutie is pretty much the be-all and end-all of the situation. Like I've always said, right? So I've said it multiple times on stream, but just to reiterate, one of the biggest things, Ultra Gravy, that you need to be aware of is that if you cannot one-shot a mutie with your melee weapon, then it's useless. So for Auric Damnation runs, assuming you're playing at the highest level, one-shots are very important, and without them, you will find yourself a lot weaker. So yeah, that's why right now the dueling sword is so strong, because it offers this is one of the only swords to offer actual one-shots. On the muties, but not on the rages, as you can see. Even if you get the head on the rager, it doesn't get one shot. So yeah, it's just mostly for mutie, anti-mutie combat. Because when they charge in, you poke their head, they die. Of course, the different variants also offer a variety of good things. Ah, crud. Oh, that's like a boom.
It boils with fury!
I will commend you with the Ranger lies slain! Eliminating primary target! Ranger!
I concur!
Perhaps I have misjudged your skill.
Drowning! Drowning!
Auric Damnation just means that it will always be under the hardest conditions. So sometimes I've played rounds in regular Damnation where it's like low intensity shock troopers and stuff like that. Auric will never have that. Auric will always be high intensity or mixed conditions, high intensity shock troopers, things like that. So basically when you're in Auric, you're always playing the hardest conditions. Plasma gun, best gun in the game. No veteran should not be using any other gun. I mean, sure, there's a lot of other guns that are fun, but realistically speaking, if you want to be a champ, you should only ever use the plasma gun and nothing else. Because the plasma gun is seriously the strongest option. Like, every other gun pales in comparison. Hence why many also believe that it will get a nerf after this buff. But again, like, nerf and buff chains are never good, so I think it'd be way better if they just brought everything up to the standard of the plasma gun.
That's something you can't train. Indeed.
No, faster time to kill is always the priority. If anything, slower is no good.
I concur. Russia!
They seem quite
If a weapon takes 2 shots to kill but has a faster time to kill, then that weapon is better. I mean, you have to also look at ammo efficiency. If you're having to spam ammo to kill, then sometimes the one shot is better, but like, it's circumstantial. It depends on how much we're talking about time differential. So for example, like if I'm talking about a revolver, right? My revolver is a guaranteed one shot, but requires me to aim for some kills.
The
it's not like for my revolver, it's not a guarantee like, oh, this will definitely kill this dude. Like, doesn't really work that way. Rather, my revolver's like, okay, if I aim for a little bit, like half a second, and I guarantee that I hit the head, you know, then of course it'll be a kill. But if I fail to do that, you know, then it won't be a kill. In which case, the TDK, like, another gun might be able to spam 2 shots and do it, or you might be able to spam 2 revolver shots and do exactly what I've pulled off, but you're wasting ammo, you see. So it really just depends on, of course, faster TDK is always the best choice, but also you have to look at ammo efficiency and what kind of weapon you're running. Hello, Pen.
I'm still here, you know. I suppose. Greetings to the bomber. I will see. All that fraud. Forward. Come,
I concur.
Death is coming for you.
You see, any time that you spend dealing with a target that is not spent killing is wasted time. Again, this is why many people don't realize, like they say, oh man, my weapon feels good, but you're spending like 15 bajillion, oh my god. If you spend all your time blowing up, it means you don't know what you're doing. Most of the time, if a build causes me to boom too much, I don't apply it. Smite without the additional jump is a lot less useful than people think. It actually seems quite weak. Because it spreads nicely, but... yeah, compared to actually being able to stab them, But yeah, this build, since it doesn't use the blitz anyway, it doesn't really matter. I guess you could make it your preference. The smite without the additional jump is just weird. I guess it'll be in a sense better against faster targets in holding them down. Either that, or it's just good for building up your peril for a nice big There, last gun boy. I held him close for you. The Mauler wasn't getting smited. It didn't spread to him. Because normally if you use smite, right, but you use it with the one additional jump, the difference that it makes in big team fight situations is that the additional jump allows you to anchor 2 targets as the base, and then it will spread between those targets. You see, that Mauler, like, although it says 1 additional target, it actually spreads between multiple targets from that 1 extra beam, and that is what makes a lot of there it goes, I guess. That's what makes a lot of difference. Whereas here, you see, it may spread between the targets, but it may not hit them all. So you do have to be careful of that. And that is something that is that is like a crucial important difference. So if you're gonna use smite with this particular build, you have to be aware that it's not going to actually like smite as many targets as it normally would with a pure smite build. So smite here is just like an additional supplement. See, it didn't even target that. It did not target that sniper until now. So without that one extra jump, it spreads much more slowly. And that can be quite a detriment. Still useful if you have to hold a smaller horde in place. But overall, you're way better off using it as more of a charging device. Basically, you use it to charge up for the big
Impressive work, Psyker.
Alarmingly efficient, roughneck.
You bring it up for the big screaming vent that lights everybody on fire, so it's good for that. Okay, Nyloth man.
Indeed.
Oh, come on.
Bastion 220 engaged.
That was not our fire. Sometimes I still mistake the enemy's fire as our fire. Especially when we got a zealot. Ugh.
Out of my mind!
There is no forgiveness! You will die when the Emperor has finished with you! And not before.
Unexpected!
Raise up! May all our kills be as swift!
You can't hide.
Be judged, foul burster!
Engaging critical target. Ox burster.
The burster is no more!
Alright, come on, Mr. Sebastian Thor. Get up. No, they haven't fixed that little soup.
We shall put it to you!
Everybody seems to ask me that, but like, there's been no hotfixes, bro. How are they gonna fix that? When they fix it, there will be a hotfix. So if there's no hotfix, they can't fix it, bro. I'm actually curious, why do people keep asking me about that? Is it because y'all haven't played the game in a while, or is there another reason? I'm just curious to know, so that I can figure out like what the player base is doing. Because like for me, I'm tuned in every day, so I always know what's up. But if people haven't played in a while, or maybe they haven't, it's like they aren't tuning in for some reason. So I just want to know for my own research. But that patch, like, I remember getting asked this question back then, you see. So that's the only reason I'm confused, because like right now, since then, obviously there hasn't been a new one, right? So I'm just wondering if there was something else that happened, or if somebody, you know, if some new information came out maybe that I'm not aware of. I'm always keen to know things. Because I do remember the patch that came out earlier in the week, and of course, back then we addressed it as well. I said, no, they haven't fixed it. But since then, I've gotten multiple questions, so I was wondering if they did anything else. Or if something new came out, maybe, that I wasn't aware of. Sometimes you never know with Fat Shark, like, all of a sudden, there'll just be some random patch, magically, randomly somewhere. It's happened many, many times before. This Zacharias guy, why is he going down so much? Like, bro. Only going down more than the cheap college hooker over there. What's wrong with him?
targets until analyzed.
Ah, crap.
Like yourselves. Upload
No, my thing wasn't up. Oh well.
do not lose
Zacharias now is a boom buddy. Are they good? Okay. I'm gonna cover their retreat.
They're on us!
Let's move.
I believe you have reached the next designated scan zone. Employ auspices.
Gone!
Sighting it!
Do upload your data hall to the servo skull, varlets. Life is such a fleeting pleasure. This is a suitable location, varlets. Why are you not scanning?
There we go.
Its
Let's
pitiable
go.
existence is over!
Come on, Zacharias. We gotta go up there.
Data hall is complete in this area. Upload your
These guys are fast, I like them.
Great stunner!
Mr. Zacharias.
Great shot gunner!
Crap.
Shot flavor! Keep firing! Your struggle ends, sibling! Mine continues! Careful! Sniper! Mania makes for poor tactics, zealot!
My duty and nothing more.
Reaching into the wall! Ow! Sniper!
Okay.
The fanatic seems to be hysterical!
Well, Zay the Prophet, I am a partner for Darktide after all. It's great. Yeah, fair enough, little soup, so that's why. Cool. Yeah, it's just good to know. But yeah, no, they haven't fixed anything since the recent hotfix. No major information. If stuff gets fixed, I usually will say something. Usually. Alright, get up, Sebastian Thor. Trusting in you.
See the strength to be found in faith.
I will go!
Top flavor is slain.
Might I suggest we ditch the burden and leave?
Purifying
Yes, good work, peeps.
grant us strength. Cast you to hell.
You're enthusiastic, I suppose, zealot?
Your thanks are not required.
Come, Zelly Belly Boy.
Great shotgunner!
Zacharias is level 30. I thought he was below. Well, I look forward to you enjoying the beginner guide, Zay. But yeah, fair enough. Like, well, if somebody doesn't trust the official patch notes though, I'd be very worried at Triscott's. But yeah, no, I'm just curious to know. I'm always curious to know, like, why people ask certain things, because it gives you really good info about, like, you know, why certain things are trending, why people need to know these things. And the more that I know about, like, the viewer base, the better. You don't have to worry about it, little soup. If you want to ask me, just ask me. Like, I'm totally chill with it. I just like to know why people ask certain questions, you know? Like, for me, all of this is very important, because without this data, you know, I know nothing. And I like to have my pulse on the game. Some people might disagree. I don't really care whether they do or don't. For me, I must have my pulse on the game, you know what I'm saying? Because that is what really gives me an indication that, okay, we know what's going up. We know what's going on, you know? Let me get rid of some of these curios. Oh, wow, that's plus 3 stamina. I ain't giving that up. 15 toughness I don't need. 2 max stam, don't need. A lot of this other crap I do not need. Okay, what's my favorite zealot build? I only have one right now, my paladin zealot, and I use it very effectively. I love that a lot. We all want the 14k Aquilus, but don't ask me where they've gone. I got no control over that. All right, bang down Fat Shark's door. Ask them why we don't have it yet. Gimme, give it over. All right, thank you guys very much for checking out the stream. It's 3:30 right now. We are finished up for the morning. I'll be back in the evening as per normal, doing my crazy Asian robot stuff. So I'll see you guys then. All right, catch you all in the evening. Y'all have a good time. See you on the next one. Bye-bye.